Hi everyone, welcome back to another Beyblade Burst Rise unboxing, and today we have a Wizard Fafnir F5 to open up. So we'll go to the back side and have a look at the information there to start with. So we've got our Fafnir chip here, and it is a left spinning chip, and then our layer is a stamina type layer, and then down to our forge disc. So we've got Hasbro's version of Ratchet, and then down to our performance tip here, which is their version of Rise, I believe. And then up in the corner here, it's statistic on how it performed. So we've got 4 to runtime and 2 to its drop-in rate. So this one is going to be a stamina style bay. And that said, let's get him opened up, and we'll do a bit of a comparison with the TT version, and then finish things off with a test fire in a stadium. Alright, we've got everything out of the packaging and laid out nicely in front of us. I'm just going to grab my TT Wizard Fafnir here and place all of his parts down in the same order, and then we'll start our comparison of the two with our layers to begin with. So here we have the two side by side now, and I've got Hasbro on the left and Takira Tomy on the right, and I'll apologize once again for not having the stickers on my TT bay, but it only had a small amount on the chip and just a little bit on the outer layer as well, but without those they pretty much look identical to each other, but they do have two major differences, and the first one being one that I've explained in previous unboxings of these Rise bays. The weight system is just part of the mold and does not serve any sort of real function to the bay, and the second one being pretty significant in my opinion. So once again, we do not get any rubber with our Fafnir. The previous Geist Fafnir, they decided to take that away from, and now with our Wizard Fafnir they have done the same, and I am a little disappointed in that, to tell the truth, because the main gimmick of Wizard Fafnir is its ability to spin steel, and without that rubber, that ability is diminished quite a lot. But it still might be able to spin steel. That's yet to be seen. I don't think it would do it anywhere near as well as the TT version of itself. So that said, I'm going to put him down over there, and we'll pop the center chip out, and you can see that Hasbro have that slope system, and we've got the teeth on the Takira Tomy one instead, and I will also give you a moment to grab that QR code if you do not have it already. And with that, we'll move on to our forge discs. And once again, we've got Hasbro on our left and Takira Tomy on the right. So just like the weight system in our layer on Hasbro, the ratchet gimmick with the forge disc. It just seems to be an aesthetic look rather than serving any sort of purpose, whereas the TT one, as you can see, free spins until it comes in contact with a opposite spinning bay, and then it locks into place, helping it steal the spin from its opponent, where I don't see this one actually serving any sort of function, because it just won't reach past the layer itself. But it does feel like it weighs an alright amount, so it's not on the light side, so that will help with its last ability when it comes to stamina. But other than that, that's all that forge disc will come in handy for. And we'll move on to our performance tips now. And with that, we've got Hasbro's version of the Rise performance tip, and you can see the massive scale difference there between the Hypersphere tip here and the TT one, but it actually does look like they've tried to give us the gimmick, which if you're unfamiliar, is the ability to stand up using spin steal from a resting position. So that is going to be something I will like to test out when it comes to putting this guy in a stadium, and I might try to do that in this video. I think that will be pretty interesting. So yeah, our springs pretty much exactly the same there. Doesn't feel like any one of those is stronger than the other. I will put him together and have a feel of just how strong those slopes are, and then get him into a stadium. We're partially assembled, and we'll just get that tip in now. And forgot we're left spinning already. Here we go. And actually that went on quite easy, and oh, not the strongest of grips. That's moving quite freely there. So seems like that this is probably the weakest one that I felt so far out of the other two that I've unboxed. Probably won't come into play too much when going up against a right spinning opponent, but may work against it when it goes up against another less spinning bay. We'll have to see. Alright, we'll get it into a stadium, do a test fire, and as I said, we'll see if the Rise ability works on our tip here as well. Alright, so I'm back with my stadium. I've got my launcher, and let's do this. 3, 2, 1, let it. So there you go. And just like it indicated with the stats on the back of the packaging, not too long of a drop-in time, but a good amount of run time. Spinning nicely there in the center. Okay, well, we'll try out this gimmick with the tip, and alright, well, there is our first obstacle. I might have been completely wrong about the way this tip was designed. I do apologize. It does not seem like we can get it so there, no, does not look like it's going to stand up like its TT counterpart does. So as you can see, it's designed to sit on a certain angle, so it is able to take a hit and stand up rather easily, but it's just too off balance with this one to be able to do so. But what I will do is I will check whether it is able to spin steal, and I've got my TT slash Valkyrie here, and we'll put these two up against each other. Okay, well, just going to let that settle down for a sec before launching in this one. Got up on the edge there. It's pretty sweet. Dive back in, and oh, geez, that was hard to tell. Look, honestly, it did look like it was stealing some spin there, because it had slowed down rather a lot, and was still able to keep up with slash Valkyrie. So I'm going to call that a win in that department, and I hope you liked the video, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.